What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down why you can't improve anymore. At one point, you might have been improving quite quickly. You climbed up the ranks to a certain rank, but now you just can't seem to get out of that rank. No matter how hard you try, you win one, you lose one. So we're going to be breaking down exactly what you need to do to break through this plateau and actually climb. But go to the GameLeap website for all the tools you need to help you on your journey, in-depth advanced tips and tricks, mechanical guides, weapon courses. We got it all on the GameLeap website, so just go check it out right now down below. But without further ado, let's jump to the video. Now, the definition of plateau is to reach a state of little or no change after a time of activity or progress. And oftentimes, players will reach said plateau slowly. You'll slowly improve, you'll be gaining rank, and then out of nowhere, it seems like you just aren't winning more than you're losing. You're not just tanking rank, but no matter what you do, you cannot win more games, you cannot climb. You've been stuck at that gold 3 or that plat 3 or whatever rank forever, and no matter what you do, you just can't get out of it. Well, it becomes incredibly easy to realize what's happening when you understand how people improve, because it's not linear. A lot of people think that as you play more, as you learn more, you're going to increase consistent to the amount you learn and the amount you play, like a perfect diagonal line. But that is actually not the way that people improve at all. How it actually goes is there are constantly periods of constraint or plateau, followed by breakthroughs that lead to quick explosions of improvement. It will often look like a graph that slowly peters out, only for you to skyrocket in actual value, impact, skill, only for you to peter out eventually. How this often works is players will get a certain breakthrough that will all of a sudden transition to consistent results. For instance, they learn several things about their character that they use very consistently. They learn one of the big mistakes that they're making, they eradicate it. So now they're no longer making that mistake and they die far less, or they reach a mechanical threshold where now they're hitting shots they weren't hitting before, and it's allowing them to win a lot of duels where maybe they already had the game sense, they already had the positioning, they had the understanding, but their just mechanical skill wasn't there until now. So they jump really rapidly. And this is how you find a player who was stuck in like gold 1 all the way jump to diamond 1 out of nowhere, because they break through on a certain axis and then they just jump up the ranks incredibly quickly. Now, afterwards, you're going to reach that slow resistance, and you might have already reached this resistance that leads eventually into absolute resistance, where it doesn't feel like you are improving at all. You feel like stuck in a limbo state where you are winning some of your fights, you're doing okay, but you're never doing great. You're never really top fragging all the time, or maybe one game you're top fragging, one game you're bottom fragging. You just can't seem to go above and beyond in any of your games. Now, another thing that can also happen is once you hit this absolute resistance, your confidence takes a hit, and you often will see rank recoil. This happens to everybody, where maybe you hit all the way up to diamond 3, you just shot up through the ranks, and then you have a rank recoil and you fall all the way back down to diamond 1 or even less than that. This always happens, and this typically it happens because you're kind of riding a wave on your confidence level. You broke through, you kind of broke through a mental barrier or a mechanical barrier or whatever, and then you rode that wave of confidence all the way to win after win after win, and then eventually, when you can't stand on your confidence anymore, you kind of have that recoil and you need to grind back up, and that's perfectly fine. Now, something that you really need to understand is when you're in this slog, oftentimes it can be incredibly frustrating to improve, but the lower in rank you are, the more likely you are going to receive multiple breakthroughs and multiple plateaus. Every time you reach a plateau, this is the time to really reevaluate what you're doing right and wrong, and if you can learn the big things that are kind of holding you down, holding you back like shackles, oftentimes once you get through those things, you're gonna have a period of immense growth. Now, unfortunately, for those of you who have been climbing consistently, you got that GameLeap premium sub down below, and you're already in the plat and diamond rank and even in the immortal rank, oftentimes you will reach a point where you will no longer have those rapid climbs. The reason is oftentimes the rapid climbs happen when there's these really big, overwhelmingly large mistakes or large failings in your own skill that once you overcome, you climb because you deserve a much higher rank. But most of those don't exist the higher you go, and you're gonna have to deal with a lot of the slog far more. This is why it often comes down to you slogging through and how well you can actually deal with the slow, consistent improvement rather than the rapid ones. Because once you go through enough of those rapid ones down when you're in the lower rank, at the higher ranks, you're not going to experience that nearly as much. Now, honestly, the best thing that you could possibly be doing to actually overcome a plateau, whether or not you're plateauing in the lower rank and you want to reach that breakthrough, or whether you've been plateauing a while in the higher rank and it doesn't feel like you're improving at a rapid rate at all or improving at all, is the VOD review self-VOD. This is something that's incredibly easy and you could do it yourself, which is the great thing. You just watch over your own gameplay and try to be hypercritical about what you did right and wrong. Ignore the extraneous factors like your teammates and what they're doing. Just take note of the fights you took solo. Take notes of the whiffs that you made. Were you spraying? Were you converting on your spraying? How you were taking duels? What weapons you were buying? Was there any eco mistakes you were making? These are the big things that it's really easy to eradicate these mistakes if you're looking at your own gameplay, and this can often lead to self breakthroughs. And of course, if you can't find anything, you could always get someone else to VOD review you, someone that is typically of a higher rank, but someone that's in your same rank. A new set of eyes is also very good to help you find big mistakes that you're making. And this can allow you to systematically take one thing at a time, one mistake at a time, one problem at a time. So you can start grinding through those cycles of improvement, and eventually you'll reach that next rank. You'll start to see movement again, and you will no longer feel like you just can't improve at all. But go to the GameLeap website if you want more in-depth help, tips and tricks, VOD reviews, everything that you could possibly need to eradicate your mistakes and quickly reach peak after peak. You gotta go check it out. We've helped tons of people climb multiple ranks above their peak, and we can help you too, so go check it out right now. Thank you so much for coming by. Really hope you enjoyed the video. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time.